Hey gamers, what's up? And welcome to my fourth installment of my top 50 games of all time. Now, the games that made it so far, up until now, were good, but these next are really great, and I had to really make some hard decisions on what games made it this far. So without further ado, let's start it up. My number 20 is a game that is not really played by nice people. It's a very mean, very cruel game. It's a straight negotiation game. It's called Lifeboats. Lifeboats is pretty much a voting game in which you are voting people off the boat because the boats are sinking. And it is very cutthroat. Before I play this game with new players, I remind them it's just a game, and if the whole table votes against them, it's nothing personal, it's just a game. But it's a very cruel game. That's why I like it so much. So that's my number 20, Lifeboat. My number 19 is a pick up and deliver game called Railways of the World, or the old title, which is one I have, Railroad Tycoon. Railroad Tycoon is a very simple but deep pickup and mechanic train game. It's probably my favorite train game because I've played the 18XX games and I don't like them, but I really like this one in how more cubes come from the bag. It can get a little cluttered, especially in the Northeast around New York, New Hampshire, Connecticut, but it's very good. The board is huge, the pieces are excellent. It's a very good game. My number 19, Railways of the World. Number 18 is a game that has replaced a previous game for me, and that is Nations. Nations has replaced Through the Ages as probably my favorite civilization building game. It plays very much like Through the Ages with the card play and how different cards and different wonders and leaders come through the ages, and they come up and then they get replaced by newer, better ones. But Nations does it in a less fiddly way than Through the Ages. And I think that's why I like it so much. That's my number 18, Nations. My number 17 is a drafting game called Seven Wonders. Seven Wonders is a unique game in which you are playing, the game can be played up to 7 players, but the argument can be made in which you're only playing with 2 people, a person to your left and to your right, because you're constantly buying stuff from a person to your left or to your right, and you're also, and the war aspect is only between people to your left and to your right. But the expansions help fix that and create a new, some new and better gameplay elements, so you can do heavy military or heavy science. So, and I really enjoy the game. That's my number 17, Seven Wonders. My number 16 is a war game called Kemet. Kemet is a light war game that plays up to 5 players. It's a heavy Egyptian themed game, but what makes it cool is the 3 different powers people can purchase to make their peoples different than others, because you have the red that is attacking powers, the blue that's defending powers, and the white that is money, and that can get you a lot of money and different things. And so people are trying to buy different improvements to make them unique, in which, like, because in Kemet you have to, the only way to get victory points is to win by attacking somebody. And then you get powers that let you win by defending, and all different sorts of things. But that's what makes Kemet so great, is because you have to go out there and you have to get those points. You can't sit there and turtle like you can in, say, Risk. That's why I really enjoy it. So that's my number 16, Kemet. My number 15 is the highest deck builder I have on this list, and it also incorporates the Marvel franchise. So you can guess it's Marvel Legendary. Marvel Legendary incorporates the 3 things that I really like: deck builders, co-ops, and Marvel Universe, all into one game. The art is beautiful. There's a lot of stuff out there. There's tons of heroes, and now with the legendary villains, which is not as good as the heroes one, but whatever. You can put them all in and have a whole bunch of characters to play with, create almost any scenario that you want in comic books or whatever crazy thing you want to create. It's very good. I really like it. That's my number 15, Marvel Legendary. Number 14 is a war game. Well, it's a war game, Euro-ish game called Shogun, or some people call it Wallenstein. I like this one better because I enjoy the the Oriental samurai feel that it gives. It's kind of an area control game in a sense also, in which you're trying to control different parts of the board to get different points, but it has that funky tower in which you put your cubes in and whatever falls out, that's the winning side. So, and if you bump the table, more cubes will fall out, but it's part of the game. But I really enjoy it, and how you have to feed your people, and if you're pushing too much, they'll revolt against you, and it's very good. I really like it. That's my number 14, Shogun. Number 13 is a set matching game or trick taking game called Tichu. Tichu is a partner's game, and that is its greatest strength as well as its greatest weakness, because it requires a good partner to play with. A bad partner leads to some poor gameplay. And I played games with couples and stuff in which they won, but it was more interesting to watch them bicker amongst each other because of their different gameplay choices. So I truly enjoy the different ways you can play, and how the choices you have to make if you want to play on top of somebody and by messing up your hand, if you want to call Tichu to see if you can go out earlier. I really enjoy it. It's my favorite. It's probably my favorite partners game. That's number 13, Tichu. Number 12 is a very epic game. It is, in my opinion, the most definitive token game there is. That is War of the Ring. War of the Ring is an epic, sprawling game that takes the Lord of the Ring trilogy and puts it into a board game in which one player is playing the Sauron forces and another player is playing the Free People's forces. And Sauron forces is the Sauron player is just creating this huge, massive army that he's trying to throw against the Free Peoples and to crush them. And but they also have to pay attention to the ring, because if the ring gets to the mountain, I can't remember the name of the mountain right now, but if they get to it, then the Free Peoples win. And the Free Peoples, all they're trying to do is trying to move that ring as fast as they can, but at the same time, they're trying to hold back the tide that is the Sauron forces. And it's a lot of plastic pieces. There is a very good dice rolling in which you roll a dice and those are the actions you can take. It's a very epic game. It's beautiful to look at. It is long. It is about 6 hours. But with that, it's truly an excellent game, and I really enjoy it. That's my number 12, War of the Ring. And last for today is number 11, Nexus Ops. Nexus Ops is a light war game that plays 2 to 4 players, and I played it with 2, 3, and 4, and it plays great with any number. You pretty much farming. You're on this planet trying to get money, but through using that money, you're trying to get victory points. And just like in Kemet, you have to go out there and attack to get victory points. You have to win as the victor. But then you also have secret missions in which you're trying to accomplish too, such as kill a dragon with nothing but humans. It's hard to do, but I've seen it done. So you can't sit back. You have to go out there and you have to get those points. And that's another reason why I like it so much. And it plays very quick. It plays in about 60 minutes. Very good game. So that's my number 11, Nexus Ops. So thanks for watching this episode of Gamer Life as I count down my top 50 games. Check back with my last video in this series, my top 10. Thank you. Have a nice day.